Hello everyone, so this is the overview for the summer course of General Anatomy and Physiology at Lakeshore Technical College. So I'm gonna cover how the syllabus looks like, how you get assessed, how you get graded, and then we're gonna go through a tour of the Blackboard site. As usual again, and please make this a habit, if at the end of this video you still are confused and you need more clarification, please reach out to me, okay? And I will be talking about how you can reach out to me pretty soon. So this is your shell. As a student, the only thing that you need to worry about, folks, is the syllabus and the learning plans. And obviously, once you start getting graded, your grades. Also, a very important tool is the email function. If you go to email function, you can actually email by selecting users. You can select me. You can select one of your classmates. In fact, do it. This is actually how you can email your group members in your case study groups. Okay, so this email function is also there. Let's cover the syllabus right away. So this is the syllabus, and I am gonna go right away to the assessments. Okay, first of all, the basis of this assessments is based on the 16 course competencies. There used to be 17, and the 17th one is about lab. Obviously, we do not meet for lab, so I removed that. Okay, so if you can master this 16 competencies with the accompanying learning objectives, you should be cool. You should be great. You should do great in General A&P. Okay. So assessment types: you have lecture exams, you have case studies, you have peer assessments that accompanies the case studies, anatomy quizzes, and question post. Question post, folks, is every week. Just to give you an FYI. Now, the lecture exams, there are 5 lecture exams, 60 points per lecture exam. However, to help you get through this course, the lowest of your exams is dropped. Now, do not miss an exam, okay? Please do not miss an exam just because the lowest is going to be dropped. Start worrying about dropping the exam if you have an A all the way till the end of the course, okay? So the exams need to be taken additionally in the testing centers if you're an LTT student on Sheboygan campus, the Cleveland campus, or the Manitowoc campus. If you're a student from a different institution, please email me right away. And the way that you can contact me is through this, in this case, where were I? Through this contact information, through email, telephone call, okay? Or you can also talk to me during my virtual office hours, which starts this Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. All right? So if you go to your learning plans and you go to course overview and resources, you actually have LTC testing centers hours and procedures. And once this opens up, the hours of operations are as follows. You are given an hour and a half to take your lecture exams, to answer 60 questions, okay, approximately speaking. Do not show up at 3 p.m. an hour before they close, all right? They will let you take the exam, but you're going to be burning yourself there. Make sure that you give yourself the full hour and 30 minutes, okay? So that's that. The other thing is, how do you make contact with me during my virtual hours is actually through here. You go to your Blackboard site, you click on this link, and then once I'm live, you can actually talk to me either through video or through voice, okay? So the good thing about this is I can actually show you cover notes with you at the same time. So, all right? So going back to the syllabus. So that's the exam part, lowest drop. You have 2 case studies. The case studies are group case studies. In fact, your group's already been created, okay? For your first case study, there's actually an example. There's actually all of this. And again, guess where you can find that? That can be found in learning plans in this thing called case study guidelines, grouping, and articles. Guidelines is kind of like the rubric. There's a sample case study article, and there's an actual completed case study from a previous course that I taught. And this has the perfect score, okay? The case study 1 article is already up, and your groups as well is already up, right? So if you want to start communicating with your group, because this is an online course, this is how you can determine who is in your group, okay? All right, so back to syllabus. So case studies, in each case study, so it's going to tell you how this 40 points are given and how this 10 points is actually given. So again, it's going to be on your course, in your case study guidelines in the under learning plans, okay? There are 6 anatomy quizzes. So anatomy quizzes, folks, is basically like naming parts, naming bones, naming muscles, naming tissue, okay? This one, you don't have to go to the testing center to take these quizzes. In fact, you are given 2 attempts with the highest grade recorded as official for each anatomy quiz. A checklist specific for each anatomy quiz is also provided to you. Guess what? In the learning plan labeled exam reviews and quiz checklists. In fact, your anatomy quiz 1 checklist is already up, as well as an exam 1 review. The exam 1 review actually reflects the questions that's going to be included in your exams, and your anatomy quiz 1 checklist actually is the list of anatomical terms, parts, and landmarks that is going to be included in your first quiz. Okay, so that's that. Question post. So the question post, folks, is a weekly, in this case, a weekly discussion post. And the way it works is every week you will post 3 questions. You're basically quizzing everyone in class. And this is going to be based on Bloom's anatomy. And guess where Bloom's anatomy is? It's going to be in their learning plans, right? Course, it's going to be in their course overview and resources. Okay, I haven't uploaded it yet, but it's going to be there. Okay, it says Bloom's taxonomy and student success. Okay, so that's that. So I am going to go all the way to the points. So there's 421 points, 328 points is required for C. Not 326, not 327, 328. There's also a breakdown by points and by percentage letter grades. I'll note that in Lakeshore we don't do minus grades. We don't have A minus, B minus, B plus, so on and so forth. Okay. FY, if you miss anything, you miss an exam, obviously there has to be a very, very valid reason why you miss an exam. The reason why there's a valid reason is because these assessments are going to be open for at least a week. So even if you're sick Monday, hopefully you should be well by Wednesday to take the exam. Okay. So it's very, very important here. So in the schedule at the end of the syllabus, it tells you LP1, tells you what the competencies that are covered. The textbook pages based on McKinley 2nd or 3rd edition. The lab, folks, this is where your anatomy quizzes come from, is from the lab portion. Okay, and again, the only assessment that's due for your first week is questions post 1. All right, anatomy quiz 1, which is going to be in LP2, is going to revolve around all of this. So that's going to revolve around the cell, mitosis, tissue, and skin. And your exam 1, folks, will basically encompass materials in LP1 and LP2. Your exams will only cover the learning plans previous to it. Your anatomy quiz also encompasses the learning plan it's in. Okay? All right. We have a break. 7-1 to 7-7. There's no work due then. I want you to actually rest up as well. All right. So that's that. Now, the most important thing for in this case for success, folks, and according to your student success portion of your syllabus, is time. This is an online course. You need to devote a lot of time. You need to devote at least 20 hours a week in studying for this class. Right? So be honest with yourself, and if you tell yourself that you don't have that much time, all right, even half of that time, if you only have a couple of hours a week, now remember, you have to take an hour and a half just to take an exam, you are setting yourself for failure. All right? So be proactive, do some studying, okay? And please, please, please study. Study hard. And not just study hard, study with purpose and study with a strategy, okay? So, learning plans. So again, you have course overview resources, case study guidelines, groupings and articles, exam reviews and quiz checklists. Learning plan 1, each learning plan will have an agenda. The learning plan will always tell you the competency and the learning objectives involved, all right? And again, if you're highly familiar with the learning objectives under each competency, you're going to do well in this class. Okay? It even tells you what you need to do in sequence. Go to the lecture PowerPoint slides, view the videos, and I haven't uploaded the videos yet. It will be soon. Organize your notes in a concept map. I'm going to show you an example. In fact, the example is actually in there, the Bloom's taxonomy video, which is under the course resources. View the lab slides and practice identifying parts and figures with correct spelling. And then obviously you have to post 3 questions pertinent to this week's material. This is again based on Bloom's taxonomy. Right? It has to be posted by the 9th at 11:59 p.m. If you get confused by any of these things, you can use my virtual office hours, email me, or ask me to meet with you, however way you want it. Obviously, it has to be within reason. I cannot meet with you on Saturday at 2 a.m. Okay, that's just, I don't know why you would do that. All right. Kristen Wishman, who is our tutoring specialist, actually will be holding tutoring sessions or group tutoring if you wish. And again, once we have a schedule for that, I will definitely post that as well. Okay. Always have a class buddy. Organize your notes. Okay. Now here's the deal. Read the textbook as a last resort. If you study the book when you are confused, you are going to get more confused. Okay. Again, PowerPoint slides, video lectures, cell and mitosis lab slides. Again, this is going to be what's going to be based on your anatomy quiz 1. Your questions post is not up yet because it only opens on Monday at midnight. And again, your video lectures are going to be up soon. In fact, it's going to be up after I open this course site. Again, if you happen to have any questions about the conduct of this course, how to navigate through Blackboard, okay, please email me and let me know.